Hello everybody and welcome back to Master Matriarch Canines. I am Joan Pam, Master Matriarch, and I've been training dogs since 1969. I hope my microphone isn't too loud. I've been having real sound issues lately on my videos, so I hope everything is okay on this one. Today I would like to talk to you about this. Talk to you about dogs who have a little attitude. Nobody is perfect. Everybody gets moody now and then. And for somebody like myself who's only 5 feet tall, older, and with the physical issues, when a big dog caps an attitude with me, it can turn into a very dangerous situation very quickly. What has happened basically is that Mr. Odie, he's one of my newer dogs. He came to me with aggression problems. Has decided today to have a bit of an attitude. I normally do not use e-collars to control the behavior of a dog necessarily, especially when aggression is an issue, but I've had to lean on that. It's not my go-to. I'm not comfortable doing it, but it is what I am doing at this time. If you're wondering what all that clucking is in the background, those are my hens laying eggs. So back to the video. Essentially the last 4 days now, Odie has been showing signs of resource guarding, namely food. He gets all the food he wants. If he asks me for seconds, thirds, or fourths, he gets them. The same applies to the other dogs. He has his own area in which he eats. None of the other dogs approach him. He knows the routine. We've been doing this for several months now. Every day, sometimes several times a day. So it is not as though this suddenly has changed. So Odie has had this little bit of an attitude. It's been growing. He growled at me the other day. I reacted as I should have. And he also got kenneled. Give him a few minutes to unwind. Then I brought him back out and all was well, no issue. He was sweet, lovable, furry, and all of that. And then today, Bo ate something he wasn't supposed to eat. I'm not sure what it was. It looked like corn, and corn always upsets his stomach. But anyway, he somehow managed to get into some corn. Well, the result was, guess what? An upset tummy. Odie was laying under the bed over there, and Bo puked right in front of him. Well, I felt bad for Bo, but he already threw it up and stuff, and I had to clean this up. So I had Bo go into the kennel, and all the dogs went into the kennels except Odie. Odie decided that puke belonged to him. Now it sounds funny, and in a way it is, but it's also very dangerous. As you know, Odie is a big dog. He's 70 pounds, and he's a pit bull. Blue-nosed pit bull, and he is also a chocolate lab. That's a lot of power there in a dog, and a lot of bite power too, especially for one that was already brought to me for aggression issues. He had calmed down a lot, but trust me, I will probably never totally trust this dog. Okay, I'm always on the lookout regarding possible issues that might come up. So anyway, he's under the bed, and I went to approach him because I needed to clean up the puke under the bed, and he decided to growl at me. Now, it just wasn't, at first it was just a warning growl, and then showed his teeth. Okay, this is not what you do at my house. So I tried to get Odie to move, and he ended up biting the edge of my bed. See the leg of the bed over there? This one right here. Right there. He bit it because that's where he missed my foot about that far. Okay. So it was a warning bite is what it was. And so I finally got him out from under the bed, and I made him go to his own bed. And I went to close the door, and then he ran at the door. And he was serious. He didn't want to be in there, and he was letting me know about it. And he knew that, and he could watch under the bed and see what I'm doing because it's all open under there. Anyway, and then when I went over to clean up the puke, he really got agitated. Okay, well, that was done. I got it cleaned up and everything, and I realized this is time when I have to bring out an e-collar. So I don't like using e-collars for this purpose. It doesn't ever make me feel comfortable. But Odie has also been disobeying in other ways too. I call him and he won't come to me. And he just kind of wanders around. He gets around to it, and I have to call him several times. That does not fly. That's not okay. And there's several other things going on. And so I put the collar on him, and I showed it to him. Before I put it on him, I showed him the remote, and he gave me a hard stare like, F you, I'm not doing it. And these collars have a 99 levels of stimulation, and trust me, you don't ever want to hit a 99. It is horrendous. So I keep the levels extremely low. Other trainers would say I keep them far too low. Well, I don't rely totally on e-collars. I mean, I talk about them a lot, the benefits of having them, and this is one of those times. As an audience, do not do this, because you can cause a lot of problems and a lot of harm to your dog. All right, unless you are a true professional and you know precisely what you're doing, do not ever use an e-collar to punish your dog. Ever. I cannot overemphasize that. Better yet, rely on somebody who truly knows what they're doing to show you how to properly use an e-collar. You should not be lighting your dog up. Okay? Generally, the dog should need nothing more than a simple vibration. All right? Sometimes you need a small amount of stim to reinforce what you're saying. Small amount. And the other thing is, never leave your remote down where small children can get it if it's hooked up to your dog. I will tell you that story later. So anyway, that is what happened. And so I went to go into the front room because I'm in the process of, I've had to do a lot of plumbing, and my sink just fell apart. So I had to fix that. Anyway, I went into the kitchen, and I had told Odie to wait room. Well, you guys have seen my videos, most of you have, and you know my dogs are very clear about weight. There is no question. Odie, once again, decided to disobey me, and without saying a word. I had the remote in my hand, and I could hear him walking up behind me, and I zapped him on a 10. I normally keep, for Odie, I usually keep it about a 4. I mean, just a very mild reminder, very mild. I mean, I could hold it in my hand easily on a 4 without any problem. I can do it on a 5 without, it's uncomfortable, but it's not painful. All right. So, this is what I mean by I make sure that my dogs are okay when I'm using an e-collar. Well, I stimmed him, and he immediately, I didn't say a word, he ran back in here into the bedroom, and he took to his kennel. Okay, I came back in here a few moments later. I called him, and he was a very good boy. He came over, and he sat down just like he's supposed to, and he waited for whatever it was that he thought I wanted him to do. I praised him for it. I gave him some love, and then he laid here for a little while. And then he got up. He politely asked me if he could be released, and I said yes. And he went on to his bed. But sometimes you just have to bring out the big guns. And in case you didn't already know, I'm only 5 feet tall. I'm not much taller than your average 4th grader. And I am 60 at the time of this recording. I am 69 years old. Odie weighs 70 pounds, and in case you didn't already know, Odie is a blue nose pit bull and a chocolate lab. He's a big boy. And Odie, in his past, because his mom always felt bad about him being a parvo puppy, made the mistake of not laying down rules, made the mistake of not being firm with this dog. This dog's genetics tends towards aggression. And so I have to step up to the plate and say, you will not do that. Okay? And so what gives me the right to do that? Well, for one, I have to go to work at night so I can make sure I feed you. It is me that cleans up after you if you get a tummy ache. You don't do it. Dog, are you listening? I'm the one that makes sure that you have an extremely comfortable bed to sleep in. If you are hurting or you're uncomfortable, then I am the one that figures out what is wrong with you so you will be more comfortable. I am the one that takes care of you. I am the one that cleans your teeth. I am the one that makes sure your health is tip-top. I am the one that takes you for car rides and pays for the gas. You don't do any of those things. I am the one that makes sure that, you are fed well and you get good treats, raw meat, sardines and salmon and stuff. You eat better than I do, which is why I'm diabetic. Dog, are you still listening? Don't look away from me. Pay attention. I am the one that spends my money to wash your bedding. I am the one that brings in flea treatments. I am the one that spends the time to make special soap so your skin doesn't break out, but yet you are clean and you're comfortable. I'm the one that gives you a bath. I'm the one that buys you collars. I am the one that gets you a leash. I'm the one that takes care of your nails, even though you may not like it. I'm the one that checks your body every day to make sure there's nothing strange going on with it. I am the one that trains you. I am the one that helps you learn how to live with other animals. Yes, dog, I have the right to say no. I have the right to be respected. I'm also the one that protects you when the other dogs try to attack you for being a jerk. Yes, you can be a jerk, dog. And that's just a simple fact. Okay? But it depends on how I handle it. So, all my other guys, when he was doing this, back to talking to the people, when he was acting like this, Prince was alerted. He came flying out of his kennel. Somebody was messing with his mom, and he was ready for a fight. And I reassured Prince I had him go back into his kennel. Now, for the next day or so, I will probably have the guys pretty much locked up, and I'll be working directly with Odie. Dogs like Odie ever so often will challenge you. Ever so often, they want to make sure that you are in charge, and it's perfectly natural for them to do that. In a natural dog pack, somebody has to be in charge. It is pretty much true of all canids that live in a pack, whether it's wolves or whatever it may be. And somebody has to be in charge. Somebody has to be strong enough to be in charge. Somebody has to be mentally and physically strong enough to enforce rules, make rules and enforce them. Somebody has to be able to make sure that discipline is straight across the board, so everybody feels safe, so everybody understands that they are okay, and that's something that people don't understand. So with that in mind, this has turned into a very long video, and I apologize for that. But I just wanted to let you know that sometimes things just are not always smooth. And I'm going to be honest with you and tell you when things kind of, discipline breaks. And I don't need any dissension in the ranks. The last thing I need, because it could become very, very dangerous for me. And, like I said, I have 8 dogs. And you've heard the term dogs turn on you. It can happen. It's a very real thing. And a dog like Odie, left unchecked, that is going to happen. And I have to get out that remote. So I'm going to fix anything that needs to be done. And I've got that remote to tell that dog, no. So guys, thanks again. Like I said before, if you don't train him to do the right thing, you're going to be training him to do the wrong thing. For dogs, there is no gray area. It is either yes or no. And if they're not getting a yes, then they should be getting that no. Anyway, guys, this is one example of that. So take care, guys. We'll see you next time here at the Master Matriarch Canines. In the meantime, have a wonderful day. Oh yeah, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. You would really help me out a whole lot. And please feel free to go ahead and leave a comment. I have a feeling I'm going to get a little bit of backlash on this one, but that's okay, because you don't know my dog. Okay, you do not know what he is like. You do not know how powerful he is, and you really do not know anything about his personality. Okay, before you say something to me about it, because I will get a little bit defensive. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. I will be happy to explain why I am doing what I am doing. No, it is not my go-to e-collars. I don't use them that often. And this will be the first time in many years that I've had to use one for something like this, because usually I can find another way of doing stuff. All right, guys, thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.